Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name is Gabby and in today's video we're going to be preparing for the Valentine's Day launch. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So firstly, let's address the elephant in the room, aka the chair. I did borrow our office chair because my other one kept on squeaking and it would drive me crazy. So when we first plan to launch a new collection, I usually take my iPad and I write some ideas down. So I have like a name of the collection, the colors that I want to try, and also some of the designs that I want to try. And some of these actually have question marks next to them. It's just to show me that they're not the main priority, and if I don't get to do them, then I don't get to do them, but there's always another time to do them. So yeah, and the first thing that I want to do for the Valentine's Day collection is to make the colors. So I picked light brown, dark red, pink and black, and I want to make the colors in a way that they complement each other. So without further ado, let's get into color making. And I just realized that I forgot to say that we are including white in the color palette. So that's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to cut up some white and roll it out and condition it, since the pasta machine is nice and clean, and if I pass black through it, I'll need to clean the pasta machine. So before that, let's do the white. I think that should be enough. So I'm just going to use, let's close this first. So I'm going to use the pasta machine and I'm just going to pass it through pretty much all the numbers until the clay is nicely conditioned. So a tip for rolling out the clay is that when you roll it out, make sure that you bend it and then you squish it out, or pat it down, or squish the air out. And then I usually just put it, so this is the bent side, I just put it this way. I've seen people put the bend side down. That also works because it squishes out the air. Any way that you do it, just don't do it like bend upwards. Oop. Make sure you tighten the pasta machine before you start rolling it out. Goodness gracious, what did I do to this? I think it's fine now. I keep running something over with the chair. So I finished rolling out and conditioning the white polymer clay, and I'm just going to cut the same shape out like multiple times. And then when I mix it with other colors, I'll know how much I added, so I can make a bigger batch if I like the color. So let's do that. I think that's plenty, and now I'm going to recondition this white and make it just one slab, not slab, I don't know what's it called, one sheet, one polymer clay, you know what I mean. sheet. A sheet? I don't know. Is it called a sheet? And we're going to put that aside because we're going to be making hearts from these. Okay, one more time for good luck. So now we're going to try and make pink color. So I'm going to use this red and mix it with white, but first I'll condition the red and then we're going to cut out these for the red and then mix them up. I don't think we're going to need that much red for the pink. We also need to make dark red. For now I'll cut a couple and then when we make a bigger batch I'll cut some more. Oop, well, I ripped it. Okay. It's actually a really nice red shade. And we're going to do the same with the red. Put this aside because we're gonna need it to make a bigger batch of the color. So let's try first 4 of the white ones and 1 of the red one and see what comes out of it. We'll see what pink color we like better. Actually, that red is staining my fingers and it's stained this bit, so be careful with that. I did not just do that. I wanted to show you how pretty it was and I yeeted it. Now I have to pick it up. I retrieved it! Whee! There we go. That's much better. So I'm gonna continue mixing it in until it's all incorporated. It's quite pretty. I do like these swirly patterns. So I ended up making 2 pinks. One is darker, the other one is lighter. And I don't know which one I like better. So I'm going to put this on Instagram stories and see what others think. And while we're doing that, we're going to make the darker red. So once again, we're going to cut some black up. We don't need much of black, because I just want this color to be just a little bit darker. So I'm just going to condition just a little bit of black. So again, I'm going to cut out one of these. That's my measurement. And I'm only going to need one, I think. And I'll do half. I'll do half of the black one with 4 of those red ones to begin. We'll see what we get. I think it might be a bit too dark for my liking, but we'll see. Yeah, I think it's a bit too dark. So I'm just going to add another 4 of these red ones. Still quite dark. I think I want this to be a bit brighter, so we're gonna need to cut up more of these. That was more difficult than I thought it would be. Oop. Let's do 6 more. 4, 5. Last one. There we go. Let's see whether that does the job or whether I'll need more of this. I don't know what my partner is doing in the background, but he's making a lot of noise. I think he's washing the dishes. I think better. It's more like dark red. Although I kind of want it to be... I want it to be a bit brighter. So more. You know how I said we're going to make a small batch? Yeah, that didn't happen. I think we're almost there, so maybe 4 and see what happens. So I think this red is okay, and it kind of matches with the other pinks. So I'm going to make the light brown, and that is going to be pretty much it. So the votes are in, and the winner is the darker pink, and people preferred this over the lighter pink, but I might use this lighter pink for some flowers, but I'll make the main pieces using this darker pink. So I just need to make some more of this color, and the ratios between red and white that I used was 1:6. So I'm just going to do that, and then we're going to move on to making the pieces. So I'm going to use my small scale to weigh out the red and the white, and then we're going to mix it using the pasta machine. Almost got it perfectly, but not quite. Too much now. It's literally 2.99 and I need 3. That didn't do it apparently. Oh, sir, wake up. Yeah, it was lagging. I was thinking that that chunk couldn't just be not enough. You know what, that's good enough. Now let's do the white. And now we condition it in the pasta machine. So I preconditioned all the colors that I want to use, and I got 2 different Valentine's Day themed cutters. So I picked some of the cutters that I want to use, and the first design that we're going to make is textured heart ones, and I'm just going to use sandpaper, and I'm going to try a new technique that I haven't tried before. So I'm just going to put this sandpaper on the polymer clay square, or whatever you want to call it. Not really square, is it? So I'm going to put the sanding paper on the polymer clay, and I rolled it out a 2 size thicker than I usually do, and I'm just going to pair these 2 together and try and roll it out on the setting that's a bit thinner and see whether the pattern comes out nice or not. So we'll see what happens. Maybe let's start with the color that's lightest, not the darkest. Moment of truth. Okay, I might need to cut the excess because I don't want to wreck my pasta machine. My fingers got stuck. Okay, moment of truth. So the texture pattern came out absolutely beautiful and I love it. The sanding paper definitely worked. And now we're just going to repeat the same process for the pink and the red. So for this one, because the sanding paper was so coarse, you can actually see the line from it, but you can fix it and work around it so it doesn't really ruin the pattern, or the texture rather. So now I'm just going to cut out the triple hearts, double hearts, and the little hearts with a little indent heart in the middle, if that makes sense. You'll see it in a second, but I'm using cling film to make sure that my cutters don't get stuck in the polymer clay and that all the lines from the little hearts appear, like all the details. And it's time to peel the excess polymer clay. So now we're going to do the multi-hearts and a couple more of double hearts. And then I'm just going to go over the edges and clean it up. And we're going to repeat the same process for the pink. This one is quite difficult to cut out. It needs a lot of my arm strength, which I don't have, by the way. I'll have nice hard prints on my hand. And now it's time to clean up the edges of the pink ones. And we're going to repeat the same process for the dark red. And then I decided to arrange every piece for some reason, and I was very focused on it. So I'm just doing the last 4 on these textured earrings. I'll just need to bake these and they'll pretty much be done and ready to assemble. So I baked these, oh I can't lift them. So I baked these and they turned out really cute, and I really like how these like double hard ones look like, so I'm going to make these in this bright red color as well. This bright red is so beautiful, and I think it's called Christmas red actually, which I can see. It's very, very nice red. And now we're going to cut out those double hearts that we're going to be turning into studs. So I finished making the textured earrings, and I'm going to move on to glitter ones. And we have the base, and I'm going to be using red glitter, and I have this cutter that has puzzle pieces on it, and I thought it would look cute with glitter, but we'll see. And I love puzzles, so it's very much up my alley, so we'll see whether it's actually cute or not. So I'm just adding the glitter to the polymer clay with my little scoop, and then I distributed it with the brush, and then I used my finger to make sure that it is on the surface, and I usually roll it out a size thicker than I usually do my earrings, and then I pass it through the pasta machine to make sure that that glitter is stuck on the polymer surface. I absolutely love how this glitter turned out, and it's absolutely beautiful. And I'm just going to cut out the puzzle hearts, and then I decided to cut some smaller hearts out and some bigger hearts out to make another pair of earrings. And I had an idea that glittery roses would look cute, so I did some of those. And we're just going to clean up the edges. And since I had some dark red polymer clay left over, I decided to cut out some of roses out of that as well, because the glitter ones turned out so cute. And at this point, one of the roses came out fine and the other one got stuck, so I had to just kind of gently pull it out. And you can find all of these on our website at foxandbunnyrise.com. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons, and I will see you in our next video. Bye bye.